live. Welcome. So today I want to start at the top of the mat and just place your hands on your belly. Let's place our feet together. Begin to close your eyes. And the reason we're starting this way is because I've been talking a lot this week, toward the end of last week, about preparation. And so many times we're not prepared. We step on the mat and we feel shaky and out of sorts, and we haven't transitioned from everything going on outside of the class to what's going on right now in your body, in your heart, in your spirit, in your mind. So taking a moment to feel that and be okay with that, and know that in a Hot 26 class, you learn very quickly where your balance is, what your mind and what your body needs. And take that. You only have an hour. We give 100%, and whatever you do, fully commit. So if it's a modified pose, fully commit to that. You can still have really nice technique in your yoga practice by not doing the full expression of the pose. Everyone breathe in through your nose and sigh it out through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose, sigh it out. Taking your hands, clasping them under your chin, pressing gently into your throat. We're going to begin the set series now. Begin to take your elbows up high toward the ceiling, and then drop your chin, or lift your chin, I should say, toward the ceiling, pressing into your throat, elbows together, chin goes down. Stay with that breath. And release. Keep going. Feel like you still have strength in your abdominal muscles as you're doing this. You'll naturally have a sway to your back. So you want to go with that natural curve. Not forcing it, just focusing on your breath. So 2 more. Enjoying the heat, enjoying your inside on this rainy, cloudy day. We need all of the energy that we can gather up. So let's expand those hands all the way up to the ceiling and pull that invisible rope. Just wiggle into your sides just a little bit. Taking that evaluation, clasp your hands together, shoulders down and back, feet together, point your fingers toward the ceiling. Big inhale, and on your exhale, lean over to your right. Now in this pose, you want to make sure that you have a small plum or a piece of fruit between your ear and your arm. You're not smashing it. There's space. If you're leaning over to the right, your left shoulder is back, and if at any point in time the hands clasped is uncomfortable, hold that invisible block. You can have a little bit of space. For 3, 2, 1, come on. And big inhale, Let's stretch to the other side, either clasping those hands or slightly apart. Knowing that in this series, we will do everything twice standing. So I'm not asking for you to save your energy for the second, but know that you can go deeper. It's early to do some of these poses, at least early for me. For 3, 2, 1. Keeping your hands exactly where they are, or placing your hands on the small of your back. With your elbows together, we begin to arch back, lifting with your chest through the ceiling. Squeezing those elbows if your hands are on the small of your back. That focus is up towards the ceiling where all that heat is coming from. Let it wash over you. Warming everything head to toe. Feeling strong. Maybe you find back of the room and you let your head go. Maybe it's more comfortable to hold it there. For 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Let the shoulders round over and hang. Shake your head, yes. And bend your right knee. Bend your left knee. Roll up the spine for 3, 2, 1. Shoulders up, back, and down. Big inhale. Gather the energy from the room. Clasp the hands, shoulders down and back. Squeeze those legs together. And begin to go over to the right side. Toes are forward. Hip bones are forward. Arms are lengthened. Shoulders pulling back. Your chin is not tucked. It's not looking up. Nice neutral neck. Beautiful. Left shoulder back. It's okay to press into that hip a little bit, making sure that your toes are perfectly straight. Are you breathing? Can you go a little bit deeper? Beautiful. For 3, 2, 1. Shoulders down, evaluate. And exhale, other side, let it go. Keep that stretch. When things get hard, you speak that positivity over them. Maybe don't pinch your lips if you find that you're not breathing. For 3, 2, extend. And begin your arching back, opening your heart. For 3, and roll forward, shoulders down. Now this time, hug your legs. Give them a huge squeeze. Place your nose on your shins. Everyone, exhale huge. Let all of your trash air out. And roll up 1 vertebra at a time. For 3, 2, 1. Shoulders up, back, and down. Place your feet either hip-width distance apart or together. Whatever you're comfortable doing, we're going into that chair pose. Divers, arms strong. Find your focus, find your drishti, and begin to sit down. Are your knees directly over your toes and your ankles? Right? Stay focused. Strong hands. Hands are so important, right? Think about all you do with your hands, and then you come to yoga and you forget your hands. Doesn't make any sense. Use them. Stretch them. Sit a little lower. A little bit lower. Shoulders down, belly off your legs for 3, 2, going up to your toes, to the balls of the feet, spreading out your toes. Hold. And begin to sit down. Parallel to the ground, hold it. Stretch your arms, really lengthen, really stretch, right? No wet spaghetti noodles, strong, parallel to the ground. Those thighs are activated, the heels are popped. For 3, 2, 1, keep your heels high, come on up, glue your knees together. So here's an awkward turned in position as you begin to sit down again. Strong abdominal muscles, right? The ribs remain shut. Squeezing those thighs. Make some lemonade, right? You have a lemon right there between your knees. Strong fingers. I love hearing you breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Come up, lift the heels, then place them down. So you always want that nice pull. Shake it out, we run another set. Prepare. Sit it down. Go. We lost 15 minutes. We're going to make up for it. Beautiful. Can you press that belly back away from the thighs just a little bit more? Nice. If you feel your shoulders up by your ears, let them press down. Beautiful. If your fingers are twitching, I want you to send that energy out through your fingers. That helps with that focus. Right? If you're not used to doing that, it'll feel a little different in your practice, and that's okay. For 3, 2, 1, come on up. Elevate all the way, lifting through your heels. Find that balance, find that stability, and begin to sit down. Heels lifted high. You're looking at one spot and only one spot. Your quads are activated. Your ankles are strong. Your fingers have energy. Your shoulders are down and back. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. For 3, 2, 1. Come up, keep those heels high. Glue those knees together. Sew your ribs shut and sit it down. All the way. Take your feet a little bit wider so that you can get that turned in position, nice. Right there. Yes, that's it. And if that's all you go right now, that's perfect. For 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Yeah, good. Should feel good. Great. We have eagle pose. Okay, so we get to squeeze those thighs a little bit more, engage the glutes. So let's lift the arms high and place the right arm under the left arm. Find the palm of your hand with your right fingertips. Squeeze the elbows in to your belly, right? We're going to lift that right leg up, cross it over the top, and begin to sit. Begin to bend in that left leg. Maybe you have a kickstand here. Maybe you wrap it, right? Fold your body in. Okay, now this is a variation. You might go to another yoga class where your back is flat. Okay? Pressing your elbows into your diaphragm and creating that little roundness is just a different way to do the pose. Right? Don't want to be stuck or set in our ways so much that we're not flexible or open to new things. Can you bend that left leg a little bit more? Can you round a little bit more? Can you squeeze the hamstring into the quad a little bit more? Can you direct those knees forward? For 3, 2, 1. Let it fly. So I really want to encourage you, instead of collapsing out of the pose, as you begin to fall, pull up and then fall. We're all going to fall, but you're going to fall more gently if there's a nice little lift before you catch yourself. Okay? Other side. Arms up, left arm underneath. Right? Leaning those hands with the palm. Squeeze the elbows in. Remember, if this pose, if this wrap you do not have access to, you can always just give yourself a huge hug. Okay? And lift the left leg up. Stork. And then take it across the top. Squeezing kickstand or wrapping. You look beyond your fingertips. I'm going to come out of this to peek at you. I miss watching Yuta do this. Yuta has the most beautiful eagle pose. If you ever have an opportunity in class, let your eyes wander over to her pose. Nice. So if your foot is not wrapped, still have energy through your toes. So instead of just letting it dangle, maybe point it, flex it, but have energy in it. Very nice. For 3, 2, let it fly. Shake it out. We've got one more set. It's warming up. It's nice. I'll be ready for my Walmart run. Both mentally and physically. And big inhale. Right arm under left. Squeeze into your diaphragm. Lift that right leg. You can do this. You can go deeper. You can hold it longer. Wrap a little bit tighter. Sit that bottom down and back. Both hip bones, as if I had a hold of your hip bones, and I'm just gently pulling them down and back so they're even. For 3, 2, let it go. Big inhale, high V, left arm under right, squeeze, and left leg lifts. Find that focus, remembering that the balance begins before you even lift your foot off the ground, right? You're not ready to lift your foot off the ground if you haven't already established some balance. Really lock those elbows close to your belly. Even more, Dawn, with that scoop. Yes. Even more, pressing the elbows close to your body. It's going to create that roundness in your upper shoulder blades. It's actually a really nice stretch. 3, 2, 1. Let it go. All right. Let's step back, middle of your mat. We're going to begin to create some movement in your right hip. So take your right leg up to stork, and then take it to the side, and to the front, and to the side. Now just squeeze it. Give it a hug to the front. Give it a hug to the side. Nice. Bring it back to the front. All right. Make sure that your right hip is not up. If you need a wall, you can always take a wall, right? Or do this lower. But we're going to crawl with our hands all the way to your foot. So maybe you hold it here. You found your foot. It's that eagle pose, isn't it? Our shoulders are rounded. We're pressing into our body. There's that contraction, the roundness, the scooping. Now place your nose on your knee, right? Extend that leg, kick through the heel. Elbows stay tight. What does that remind you of? The pose we just did. Elbows tight. I see a theme here. Yeah? Nice. Flex that foot, Monica. Yes. Excellent. You're really trying to straighten that left leg. That's a challenge for me. When I'm in this pose, I like to bend. So stretching that leg is very difficult for me. For 3, 2, 1. Feel that supporting leg. Other side, stork pose. And bring it to the side. Forward. Hips level. And side. Squeeze. Big hug. In that hip flexor, can you stretch that right leg? And then take it to the side. Squeeze it to the side. You're preparing. And you're ready. If you lose your balance, you don't have far to fall. This is where I'm glad I'm not a gymnast, right? You're not on a tall balance beam. You don't have far to fall. Extend that leg, really flex those toes toward your forehead. Try to pull up through that right leg, squeezing the elbows in. Nose to your shin. Mine could be tucked a lot more. For 3, 2, 1. Up and down. Shake it out. Got another set. on to the next level. Like up here. All right. And stork. Let's go right for it. We won't warm up the hip. It should already be there. Walk those fingers down and take your full extension of the pose. Full expression and extension, I should say. Keep breathing. Try not to curl your toes. For 3, 2, 1. Lift up before you collapse. Other leg. Lift it. Find that strength in the belly. Don't overthink it. And walk your hands down. Again, if you want to just stay here, but you need to commit. This better not feel like slacking. If it feels like slacking, you're not going towards your goal, right? If it feels challenging, perfect. Yoga is life training. Should be hard. Helps you prepare for hard things. For 3, 2, 1. Lift it and release. Shake it out. Why is this class so hard? See, when we flow, we can cheat. We can't cheat in this class. I think that's the reason, and I find that I like cheating. All right, that's a bad thing. Left arm up, right arm. Platter of food. All right. What do you want to eat today? Grab the inside of your right foot. Pull that knee to match your other knee. We're going into our standing bow pose. All right, now as you do this, maybe you don't want to lean forward. Maybe you just want to work on the kickback with the foot into the hand. Stay nice and tall. Maybe you want to pitch forward. The arm should be next to the ear, right? You're focused. The knee is toward the ground, not out to the side. So we're not doing like this half moon thing. For 3, 2, 1. Release. Right arm up, left arm platter. And switch, shift weight into the right foot. Pick up the left foot, grab the inside of the foot, squeeze the knees together, shoulders down and back. Kick into that foot. For 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. We got one more set. Thank God. Thank you. We only have 2 legs. Can you imagine? It would be a very long yoga class with more than 2 legs. Right arm out, left arm up. And this is where if we weren't live on TV, I could walk around the class. It's going to work a little bit harder. It's good for me. For 3, 2, 1. Lift up, feel that length, and then come on. Other side. Let's go. Squeeze. Stabilize my hip bones. Check. Kick into that foot. Standing bow. Your balance is different every day. Three, 2, 1. Woo. Shake it out. All right. Step to the back from that. So this is where, if our yoga practice is supposed to stay positive, right? We might need to check in with our facial expressions. And if you start looking like, oh, you know what, bad words on your face, try to soften your face. And I don't say that because it looks pretty or it looks nice. I actually say that because it helps you relax. It helps you breathe through it. The more tension in your face, you're gripping in all the wrong places. We want to grip in our belly and nothing else. Okay? That's where our core and our strength comes from. This is not going to help you. Right? So try to soften it. I'm saying that for me. I've heard that way too many times from ballet teachers. And big inhale. Clasping the hands, shoulders down and back. Soft face. Step forward with your right foot. Peel your left toes off, going into your standing stick. So as you take your standing stick, I'm going to talk about this on the wall for the people at home as you're practicing. Your hip bones are down. Ideally, your leg is higher than your heart. You're not pulling back into your right knee. You don't want to hyperextend that knee. Keep your weight forward into your toes. 3, 2, soften that right knee and push off. Step back. Release the hands. One big shoulder roll. And big inhale. And step forward, left foot. All right, begin to peel the right toes off. Take your standing stick. Are you pulling back into that left knee? If you are, go ahead and soften the knee or lower the right leg just a little bit because it's more important to protect your supporting leg right now. Nice. Try not to tension your neck. Have a nice long spine rather than looking up or too far down. For 3, 2, push back. Nice, you can shake it out. We've got another set. Big inhale. And begin to step forward with your right foot, left twist. Now this time, maybe you want to do a different expression. I'm going to turn sideways, right, so that the camera can see me. Maybe you want to reach for the floor. Trying to keep those hip bones again square. So yes, you'll get a whole lot more extension if you open that hip, but that's not what it's about. It's about keeping those hip bones facing the ground. Maybe you want to add a balance element by holding on to that ankle. For 3, 2, soften that right knee as you step back. Lift up. Left foot steps forward. And tip forward. Reaching, pointing your toes, keeping that leg nice and long. Great balance, Michael. Yes, good, Dawn. Everybody looks different. That's the beauty of yoga. I love it. Soften the left knee and push back. Shake it out. Notice seeing stars. A little bit, it's warm in here, I love it. All right, we're gonna face sideways on the mat. So go ahead and face this wall. We're gonna do a wide angle spread, okay, wide angle fold. So in this position, again, we're not rocking back into our heels. The weight needs to be in the balls of the feet. You're lifting up and out of your legs as your hip bones create a crease, like a pair of pants at the dry cleaners, cutting in and folding over the hanger. As you fold all the way forward, maybe your hands go to the outsides of your ankles or under your legs. Feeling a nice hamstring stretch. For 3, 2, 1. Place your hands on your hips. Airplane yourself back up with a flat back. Do you feel those hamstrings as you pass flat back? And all the way up, bend into that right leg and push your legs together. Take a big deep breath. Step out with your right leg again. Rotate your right toes to the side. Make sure that your hip bones are still facing the side of the wall. Your tailbone is down. Your hip bones are lifted. Press into your warrior 2. That knee is out over the third toe. How low can you get and still press down with the knife edge of your back foot? Beautiful position. Energy through the fingertips. Warrior 2. Extended side angle. So you're going to come down, elbow to the inside of the knee. And the reason for that is I actually help it back. Okay? Maybe you take that left arm and you open your heart a little bit more. Maybe you take a bind. And imagine that Miss Jacqueline is coming and pressing on your pectoral muscle. At the same time, she's wedging your hips forward. It's a great adjustment. Nice. Stay low in that right leg. Come up through warrior 2. Hold it. Try to get your ribs back. Hold it. Straighten that leg. Bend it. Push off. Whew. So it's a little harder to get up that way. All right, we're going to step to the right now and pivot all 10 toes to the top of your mat. Step up. Both hip bones back. Big deep breath in. Clasping the hands. This time, we're going to round over. So tuck your chin into your chest. Go all the way down. Grabbing the back calf. Pulling those elbows in, just like we did in the other standing poses. In eagle, in the standing one-legged forward fold. Elbows in. For 3, 2, 1. Now this one is not a flat back. You're coming up through a rounded spine. So roll up 1 vertebra at a time. And we have another sound for you. So step out. Forward fold, air coming down. Let your shoulders hang. Let gravity work. Maybe you want a different variation. Maybe you have a headstand practice. You want to go right into a wide-legged headstand. Someday, one day, hands on your hips, come up through a flat back. Stay with your breath. Left toes to the back of the room. Warrior 2. Press into it. Virabhadrasana 2. Knife edge pushing down. Ribs stacked on top of the hip bones. Nice and low. Leg out. Take your extended side angle. Shooting forward. Reach, maybe open that chest. But get low. Maybe you take a bind. Wherever you're at, you're committing. You made it here. You're not wasting a single second. Nice. I love seeing sweat. Come up through warrior 2. Stay low. Straighten that leg. Bend that leg and chop of it. All 10 toes to the back of the room. Step out. Square off. Big inhale. And as you exhale, you round it over. Grabbing that back leg. Squeezing the elbows in. All 10 toes forward. Stay there. All hip bones pressing back towards me. Do you feel that right hip pressing out a little bit? If you do, try to square off. For 3, 2, remember you're coming up the same way you went down, tucking and rolling. All the way up. Soften your knees before you pull them together. We have one more set. Step out to the side. We'll do a little faster this time. Airplane yourself down. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Flat back up. Pivot your right toes, warrior 2. Reach, extended side angle. Opening the heart, taking a bind. Deep breath, bend into that right leg, warrior 2. Straighten the leg, left hip out. Warrior 2. Push off. All 10 toes to the top of your mat. Big inhale. Fold forward. Chin to chest. And grab that back leg. Squeeze elbows in. Get small. If you know what it feels like to be small, you'll know what it feels like to be grand, to be big, to be lengthened, to be stretched. So we have to contract so we know the beauty of the release. Chin in, tuck small, push together. Wide angle spread. Take it out. Fold forward and exhale. Hands to your hips, flat back up, left toes pivoted, warrior two, back of the room, strong. Nice. Extended side angle, opening through that heart, maybe taking a bind. Beautiful, really pressing those hips forward, opening the hip at the same time the chest is open. Stay low, bend in that left leg. Feel the strength of your warrior two. Straighten the leg and bend it. Press into those toes. Turn your hips. Pivot to the back of the room. Left leg forward. Big inhale. Dive forward, chin to chest. Grabbing that right calf, pressing yourself in. Stay here. Let that head hang. Try not to press out your left hip too far. And go ahead and roll yourself back up, pushing off of that front leg. Shake yourself out. Going into half lotus or tree. What do you feel like doing? Whatever you feel like doing, commit to. So I can't do this without, well, it depends on my yoga pants, but I need to hold on to my foot usually. All right, so I'm going to find the deep crease and fold that foot in. And take my opposite thumb, my right thumb, hold it close to my chest. Really focused on the hip being back, the knee being back. For 3, 2, 1, go through stork, lifting and releasing. Taking the other leg, and again, if I'm working on this lotus position, it's less about the knees and more about the hips, right? So I'm really going to work on rotating in the hip, not forcing my knee as much as opening in my hip to drop it down. Okay? Keeping a nice long spine. This side is way more open. I don't need to hang on to my foot. Just tells me I need to work harder on the other side. Pelvis lifts, dropping into my heart. Go through stork. Lots of control. Nice. Shake it out. Going into toe stand or arm balance. It's your option today. All right. Starting with that half lotus position. Maybe you stay here. Maybe a nice hamstring stretch. And you just hold. Maybe you sit all the way down and you work on your toe stand. Maybe you work on your arm balance, hooking that foot. yourself up. Just go through stork. Last side. Sit up. Hips down and back. No sway in your back. Fold forward. Toe stand. Hamstring stretch. Arm balance. Or all of it. Come on up. Whew. Shake it out. It's time to relax. It's intermission, but we don't have long. So go ahead and lie down with your head toward me, your feet towards the back of the room. Let's do a body scan. The room temperature should feel different while we're lying flat. So let that coolness wash over you. Let your legs just drape out to the side. No tension in your quads. Take your head gently side to side, feeling the massage on the back of your head. Now find stillness, and then just begin to open and shut your mouth. On that facial tension, trying to release that. Take your arms, stretch them above your head. Give yourself a big morning stretch. Feeling that belly button sink down into the mat. I want you to take your arms and grab your right knee and squeeze it into your chest, giving it a huge hug. Lift your head off of the mat and touch your nose to your knee. And then make a big letter X on the floor, stretching out, feeling that length. And squeeze the left knee into your chest, give it a huge hug. Lift the head off of the floor, squeezing. And make a huge letter X. Energy through the fingertips, energy through the feet. And both knees into the chest. Go ahead and curl with that upper back as well. This class is so shoulder focused, right? Lots going on in that upper back. And big letter X. On the count of 3, you're going to come up to that seated position, pressing towards your toes with the biggest exhale you can give me. 1, 2, and 3. Sit it up, float out. And roll over onto your belly. See, we go into our cobra positions. All right. So, it's a little bit hard with all the angles for the people at home, but I like to take my thumbs and press them right underneath my breast, above my ribs, tucking in my elbows, keeping my legs together but my glutes soft. You begin to lift your chest forward, feeling that stretch through the mid-back. And then a little bit more, but you're not losing that forward feeling. So I'm literally taking my hands and pulling the mat back Now, if you'd like, take your feet wide. Lift yourself up a little bit more. If you have it in your practice, I do not anymore, to touch your feet to your head. You can touch your feet to the back of your head. And release it slowly. Elbows brush the sides of your body. Take your right cheek to the mat. Place your palms facing up. Bend your knees and just windshield wiper your legs. We're going into our half locust position. So stretch your legs, right? We're going to tuck our hands underneath our thighs or as close to your body as possible. Again, the main thing is that your elbows are not out to the sides. They're squeezing in. Place your chin onto the mat, but don't crunch in your neck, right? Try to stay as long as possible. We're going to lengthen our right leg and then lift it a few inches off the ground. Both hip bones should remain facing the floor. You're lengthening that leg out and then up. So again, you won't get the height that you would if you were opening your hip. And lower that leg, lengthen the left leg, go. Lift it up. And lower it. Both legs lengthen. Now lift the arms. Lift the chest. Lift the legs. Feel that stretch energy through the fingertips. Reach. Heart going forward. Don't wimp out. You've got it. And left cheek to the mat. Palms up. Bend the knees. Windshield wiper the legs. Believe it's bow next. Oh, I'm right. Yeah. All right. Forehead to the mat. Place your knees at least hip-width distance apart, if not together. Grab your ankles. Or you can stick to your cobra, but what's important is that you are going to your edge. On the lift, think about kicking back into the hands. Go, lift. Lift that chest forward. Knees as close together as possible. So not out here. Pull them in. Squeezing through those upper shoulder blades, not pinching in your neck. Keeping your spine as long as possible. Go a little bit higher. And release. Right cheek to the mat. Windshield wiper your legs. Press back into your child's pose. Knees apart, feet together. And exhale. Nice long spine. Keep sitting back. Keep reaching forward. And slowly make yourself up, way up to your knees. All right, so our knees are together, our feet are apart. We're getting our calf muscles out of the way as we begin to sit down. For me, this is an extremely uncomfortable position. So if I was practicing with props, I would put a block under my thighs, under my derriere right now, okay? So squeeze your knees together as much as possible, right? I just have not trained inward enough, right? Everything's out, so it's a lot of tension on my knees. I need to be very careful. So maybe you go back just a little bit and you think about stretching those quads and squeezing in that derriere just enough to engage those quads. Maybe you go all the way back. You lie down. Wherever you are, It's okay if it's uncomfortable. It's not okay if it's painful, right? Being uncomfortable makes us grow. Being in pain pulls us back. We backtrack.
Don't tell me this.
That's why you're still on Earth. You got a lot to learn, Michael.
That's right.
We all got a lot to learn. And come on up. Nice. Go all the way up. We're going to place our knees together. Big inhale and round over for tortoise. Chin to your chest. And slowly begin to roll up, coming all the way up to your knees. Place your right hand on your sacrum. Place your left hand on your lower back. Squeeze those elbows and begin your baby back bend or your camel, or take it all the way down to your ankles, finding the back of the room. And breathe slowly, pulling out of it. Reaching down to your ankles, let's go into rabbit. So we're going to find the back of our head, the inside of our ankles, right? And then as you roll onto the back of your head, you're lifting your derriere up through the sky, and again, stretching through those shoulder blades. You don't want to feel stuck, so keep breathing. Beautiful. And come on out of it. Stretch your legs to the front. Shake them out. Left leg into tree. Right leg forward. Big inhale. I didn't think we needed that extra 15 minutes. Now I see why. And pull forward. Take your peace fingers, your right hand, and grab your right toes. Just lift that leg up, pressing the hip back. Half happy baby. Stretch it back out, long spine. Place it down and switch. Big inhale. And forward. Left peace fingers, left toes, reach, lift it up, and squeeze, half happy baby, and lengthen, and lower. Cross your right over left, hold, place your right hand behind you. Left arm reaches, twist, find the back of the room. Maybe you also want an IT band stretch, so you can squeeze that knee more into your chest. And release. Other side. Go up onto your knees or crisscross, hands on the belly. Big deep breath. Blow it out. One more. Get ready for your strong breath and go. all we're going to do today. Go ahead and lie down for your Shavasana. I'm going to stop this live video. Thank you for joining us. How many times do I hit it before it cuts? Oh, it's on a touch screen. Maybe that's what